right, back once again. We brought Lee back. I don't know if you saw earlier, but we replaced you sort of just for a moment there.
That's all right.
Connor Burke joined. Connor Burke's been a fan for many, many years. He's excited to be here. No relation to the Sting Burke. We put that out there for sure. He gets asked that all the time. But thank you, Connor, for coming by. And Connor will be coming back and joining us in future games as well, right? So Lee Bazeley now back here. Wow. Super fast first period there.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of excitement, a lot of action, and there's that aggression again.
Yeah, for sure.
Ethan Ritchie, right? I didn't see that coming from him.
I didn't either, and I was watching it closely. It happened right in front of me. I was surprised that he didn't get a penalty at first. Like, I'm looking, he punched the guy right in the face.
Yeah.
And I'm looking right to the ref who was standing right there. His arm wasn't up or nothing. And then that little guy, Giroux, on Flint, he jumped in, of course, like he does every single time.
That's right.
It's almost, I don't know if he's got like a little boy complex or something, because he's a tiny guy and he's throwing elbows at everybody. And he's just going after everybody out there. And it's like, come on, buddy, you're not tall enough to ride that ride.
And I can tell you his mouth was moving lots, because where I sit, I can look right down to the penalty box, right?
Okay,
There's
yeah.
Ethan and Giroux, and Ethan was giving a little back. But,
they were showing that even up on the screen there, looking at jawing at each other. But then even after he got back to his bench, after the full 2 minutes was done and another shift on the ice, he got back to the bench and he was still looking over to the Sarnia bench and doing a lot of chirping and stuff too.
Door got slammed, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So, but here it is, though, right? I mean, that's part of this game that we know all too well, and the Sarnia Sting have been dealing with that. I think we talked about that with London the other day, an expectation that would happen. It seems like more and more. Is it because we're getting closer to playoffs that we're seeing this happen more?
It could be. Like, the emotions are definitely heightened when the closer you get to the end of the season, and this is where things happen and where dreams get dashed right around now.
Well,
so it's
that's a good way, yeah.
So they have to emotions definitely high and tensions are always bubbling up right at the surface. But I still think they're doing a great job keeping keeping it under control. I mean, Richie there, maybe not so much in that one moment, but it was still fun to watch.
Well, it's still that, like you say, it's that in-the-moment thing, right, But anyway, we're here 2-0. Similar to what we saw the other day, like 2-0 instead of 3-0. But the shots on goal really close for both of these teams right now. We're 10, they're 6. Not sure what's going to come out of this. I don't know. Am I nervous because of what happened the other day?
I think so, and I almost feel like we kind of might have jinxed them.
I said that. I'm the one who said it. I took blame for that.
A friend of mine had pointed that out to me after the game. Thanks, Willis.
That I said that?
No, that I had said that London was playing like crap, and then of course they came back and.
I'll take credit for screwing it up, Lee, because I'm the one that said if there was a team in the league that could turn it around in the third period, that would be London. So, Willis, it's all on me, buddy.
But this is a whole different kind of game, though, too. I think, the shots are close, but the shots that Flint's getting off aren't great. Sarnia defense tonight is playing probably maybe the best I've ever seen it. They're not giving, every time Flint crosses the blue line, they're not finding a way to make anything happen. They're getting shut down. They're getting their pockets picked every chance they get.
I was going to say, we're picking up that puck in the middle of their passing.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they can't. I haven't seen it yet anyway, not throughout the whole first period. Were they able to make anything happen? So they're getting some shots off, but I mean, it's like little dribblers at the net that Goudreau easily covers up or just, deflects off to the side for somebody to take over. We're playing amazing in our own zone tonight. Like I said, probably better than I've seen them play ever.
Yeah, and for the Flint goalie, I mean, I feel like he's got a frustrating night going on because there was a couple of times the puck was just sitting right in front of his pad.
Yes.
I don't know if he thought he had it and was waiting for a whistle or what.
He definitely thought he had that one.
And that happened 2 or 3 times that I saw. So
yeah, we saw the one there where it's like it hit him right in the chest, and he covers up like this, and he definitely thought he had it, but it's sitting over here with a wide open net. We were just, unfortunately, nobody was around to take advantage of that one. But
I think there's definitely some expectation here. Well, there's always an expectation, but coming out of that unfortunate loss. After the loss to London there, 4-3, and going in overtime. I don't like it when we go to overtime. I feel like our overtimes are not.
I mean, they can definitely work on that, but overtime's always exciting. So
well, it is.
I mean,
I
didn't hate it. My hopes weren't the greatest for that game, although we had played a good game that whole time. But yeah, when we do go to the 3-on-3, it's almost like let's just get through this 5 minutes and hopefully we take it in the shutout.
Yeah, right.
The shootout.
I don't know if you know, there's obviously a lot of games going on around the OHL, but there is some key games going on, like Ottawa and North Bay are playing today. There's two top teams right now. London and Windsor also playing. How much of an effect do you think that has, that the Sting players know that those matchups are happening around the OHL? Does that affect them out on the ice today, or are they just going, we just got to focus here and not worry about that?
I'm sure it's on their minds, but I think it's more kind of like when the puck drops and the action's happening, it's kind of at the back of their minds. They're like they're probably thinking about it pre-game, and at the intermissions they'll probably check up on what's happening. But I think, like, from what I can see out there, they're totally focused on the task at hand out there against Flint today. I'd
be afraid actually to have a phone anywhere near me when I'm getting ready, no matter what sport or competition I'm in. I think I need to put that away. Not look at any comments on social media, etc., because we still get that with social media, right? They're like, oh, they blew it. You're this and that. Yeah, but we don't know what's going on in the minds of these young gentlemen out there. They're playing really hard hockey no matter what's happening.
And that's exactly right. They're young, right? They're kids. Like some people, you see some of the comments on social media, some of the posts you see on social media. It's like these are fully grown adults in their 30s, 40s, and 50s,
right,
talking crap about 16 and 17-year-olds. Like I think that's even, they're at like one of the higher levels of the sport, and they're future superstars. But we have to remember that these are high school kids out here, like 19 and 20-year-olds. Like they shouldn't be having to put up with having to deal with that at such a young age.
Well, except, and I agree that it's not nice to do, but I do have to. I mean, there is something to be said for. But is that learning how to deal with that, preparing them for the next level that comes up, right? That might be a part of it as well.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a part of the ones who take it all the way and they end up at the NHL and the higher level.
Well,
of
even
hockey.
the interviews post game, I'll be honestly, like sometimes there's been a few Sting players over the years that are like, I don't really want to do it, and they kind of. You're going to have to learn to do that, and you're going to have to learn to face the critics out there that are giving you a hard time. But yes, folks, Lee makes a really great point. Let's keep in mind the age group that is out there when we're making these comments for sure. Blimp sighting.
Let's hope it doesn't hit the speaker again like it did on Friday or Saturday.
Is that? Oh, I missed that. But I took a shot of the blimp there a few days, or maybe last week, and posted it, and I went blimp sighting, and everybody. And I had to turn it into this UFO thing, and anyway, that was kind of funny. So it's just the Liuna blimp here. Thanks to Liuna for other support here as well. Coming into the second period, obviously we always talk about the locker room chatter. Flint's got to be having the conversation of, they're not, completely, they're down there, but like Connor and I were talking in the pregame chatter, like sometimes when you're way down here, you got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So does that make a team down lower a little more hungry than the team that's near the top?
I think so, yeah. Like you said, nothing to lose, so why not go for it?
Yeah.
Try some new stuff that, never been tried before. Throw a little bit more aggression. I think, we're going to see a different Flint team come out here. I'm just hoping that Sarnia can keep up the defense level that they've been playing so far.
Yeah.
Because it's like I can't get over how good the defense has been this game.
Yeah, very
Flint
noticeable
can't
out
do
there.
any. Flint's been making nothing happen on the offensive tonight, and I'm loving it.
And does the Sarnia Sting need to change anything, improve anything, or do they just need to keep playing the way they played that first period?
I think right now, you just keep it going the way you've been going. I didn't see any shortcomings, any weaknesses in their game in that first period so far.
Yeah. All right.
So as long as they can keep maintaining that level, I think, they're going to go home happy today.
Definitely a full house here today. Online, it's noted as sold out like we had the other day. So that's great. Happy Family Day, everybody. And, wow, did you get your 50-50 tickets up to $4,100?
Sure did.
Wow, the other day was like $7,500.
By the end of the game, by the time they did the draw, it was over $8,400. It was an insane amount.
I might have to buy a ticket today. I might have to break down and do that.
And they got
nice to see some Flint fans here as well, right, that make the trip. That always helps fill it up here today. And a lot of kids running around here. I got to tell you, when the camera crew around here, and a shout-out to Jake Borey and the team who, there's about 7 people here today running around on the microphone and doing behind-the-scenes. 7 people. I've asked that question before. How many people do you think put all this in-game experience together? People go, 20, 30? Nope. It's about 7. Yeah. So shout-out to them. I love when they do the camera work and they really get on the families here today.
Yeah.
And you can see the little kids that are just thrilled to see their face up there. You had an experience with that last game,
Yeah, sure did.
right?
Yeah, my son got to. They came down and they gave him a set of the new Sarnia Sting playing
Right.
cards. That is just the quality of those things are amazing. But
Oh,
yeah, he
nice.
loved that. He was smiling ear to ear when they came down and let him know they were going to put him up on the screen and he was going to get some free hockey cards. And,
Yeah.
and then again today, the season ticket holder of the game was right behind us.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
he got up, he poked his nose up in that shot too, so he made it up on the screen again. He
you
wasn't
go.
quite the focus of it this time, but he was still loving it. And yeah, when you see the camera zooming in on these kids
Yeah.
and on these families, and they just go wild for
Yeah.
it. It's something. That's all part of the game. That even if you're not into hockey, if you're not a sports fan,
Yeah.
you can still come
It's
out to
just
these
fun.
games and have an amazing fun time when you're
Yeah.
a kid.
Well, and that's the experience that Jake and his team try to put together. So once again, shout out to Jake Burry and the team here as well. And shout out to the Sarnia Sting, who are playing very well here in the first period. We hope that we always hope that we can see more of that. I think, you talk about that hungriness. I think there's got to be something to said too. Okay, we're coming up, boy. We're not happy about what happened against London the other day. So we're here. We're focused today. What did we do wrong over there that we're not going to make those mistakes again? And like you said, a really tight first period for this Sarnia Sting. So let's see them bring it out here coming up in a few moments. And I do have to say, unfortunately, there's no post-game press conference here today due to the fact that there's a family skate after. You get to skate with the Sarnia Sting, and they'll be signing autographs. So we're we're taking a break from the post-game press conference. But Lee and I will be back once again at the end of the second period, hope with some very positive results and some more exciting news to share with you for the Sarnia Sting. All right, one more time before we go. Here it is for our friend Jay Peckham. 1, 2, 3. Go Sting, go!